Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And off we go on Thursday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Hurts comes out throwing. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And it sets up second down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Great. Set. No touch.
Second down. Hurts throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
No touch. Set.
A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
18 ready. 19 light. Go.
They'll come out throwing. He's on the move. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Here we go.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Bronco switch. Ready.
From the 27. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The Clemson rookie has it. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Eagles Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. They're working a couple of yards past the line. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
No touch. No touch.
They give it to him again. Open space inside the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Going to the ground again on 1st. This is ahead for about 5. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Great, set. No touch.
From the pistol, Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Great, set. No touch.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Flushed out of the pocket. Has it down close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy.
Ready.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set point, 17.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Hits the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions reach pay dirt for the 1st time this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Returning it from the 4. And look at this return. Races past midfield. Touchdown on an incredible return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
60 by 6. Here we go. Set.
We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, man.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to the link right after this.
Got it. Ready?
Back at beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First down from the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
No touch that.
They send the tight end in motion.
No touch.
First down throwing for Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Complete. Oh, the football's loose. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
No touch.
Back to the well again. And there was really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
No touch that.
Here's Hurts. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
No touch it. No touch.
Quick pass left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Miami. Silver, set. No touch.
They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Come back, team. Ready. Back at 60. Go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Lions with some work to do, trailing in this game. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Looking for a throw here. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first.
On the jump.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Brought in right side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Another one for Gibbs. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly, and that was almost a huge play with an interception. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Putting a receiver in motion. On first down, Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there. He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Great, set. No touch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
In his 11th year, still knocking them through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He's going to throw this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devin White makes the play. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Great, set. No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. They'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To throw here on 1st down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Went to the oh-well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles lead by 15 now. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
19, side, 18, right here.
Back to the air following the pick-6. He lets a heater. They connect on the deep shot. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get 38 out of the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go.
Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Keely Ringo making the play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 36. Finds Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Setting up a throw. The back grabs it. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Great, set. No touch.
Tight end gets it running forward. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Second down now, 7 to go.
No touch, set. No touch.
Now a give running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down.
No touch.
From his own end zone on 3rd and long. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Come on, set.
On 2nd and 14 now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Hey, check that.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
Throwing from the gun. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
Let's go now.
Gibbs will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Touchdown, Detroit. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
He's throwing for it. And he's got it. That catch gets him 2 and turns this into a one-score game once again. Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust. And they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a one-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
First and 10 now from the 30.
No touch that.
Tight end in motion right.
No touch.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Very set. No touch.
Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
63. Very set.
Back now, pressure on its way. This finds Smith. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Very set.
Tight end going in motion here.
No touch.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll have the first down and even more. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
No touch.
2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Great. No touch.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. They did it! He made the interception! Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions have some new life in the 4th.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Take go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
70 line.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's into the hands of Barkley. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Great. Set. No touch.
Back to throw, Hurts. And they pick him off again. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
At the 60.
On first down, it's Gibbs. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Ready.
From the 29. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. Lions going for the win here. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Go.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Come on. Set. 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. This is from 35 out on the left hash. That one is good. And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
No touch.
Back to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
No touch it. No touch.
He'll look to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions make the play that should win them this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss. So the Lions get the win on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.